family members. Here are the latest sports headlines that's doing the rounds this Wednesday. And we are beginning with the fourth T20I between India and New Zealand that's going to take place in Vizag. Firstly, the series is done 3-0. Will India continue the domination in Vizag? Because remember, four games have been played in Vizag. India won three of them. The one loss came in 2019 against Australia. So India versus New Zealand now, it's a mere formality this series, and that's why it's going to be very interesting about how New Zealand are going to cope up, because their bowling coach Jacob Oram has said that it has been total chaos and anarchy at this point in time. The way how India's batters have just stepped up to the occasion is truly remarkable. But the pressure is on Sanju Samson. The second major news that we're giving you is that Sanju Samson is walking on a tightrope. One has to understand that this is the particular time in which he has to deliver. There are only two games. With Tilak Varma not going to be there in the remainder of the two T20Is, it's going to be very interesting as to how Sanju Samson at this point in time copes up with it. Remember, Samson has not been in good form. He had that one knock against South Africa, but apart from that, it's all been either very low or it's been very high. This is Sanju Samson's career in a nutshell in that sense. So, will Shreyas Iyer make it? This is the next topic that we are going to dwell on. Are India going to make changes galore for the remainder of the two T20Is? Remember, there is Shreyas Iyer in the fray. Is Hardik Pandya going to get a rest today? That is the one thing that we have to look at, because Hardik has played in all the three matches, and he's also been there in the 5 T20Is as well against South Africa. Is Hardik Pandya going to get a rest today in this ODI that's going to take place? So that is the one thing that we are looking at. This T20I series is done. Are India looking at rotation? Are India looking at workload management? Is Shreyas Iyer going to come into the T20I setup? That is the one thing that we have to look at. Remember, Tilak Varma is not going to be there for the remainder of the two T20Is. So perhaps India might go in with the same 11 also. But if you want to give some workload management, if you want to give some kind of rotation, perhaps they will make some changes. In the bowling, they have resorted to changes. Perhaps Varun Chakaravarthy will come back today. That is the one change we are looking at. We might see Aksar's injury. Aksar, we are not sure of his injury, how bad it is, but I think he might recover in time and play this particular game. So that is the one change that we are looking at this stage. So Varun might come in today. Aksar Patel's injury he might recover in time. So that's why that is the changes. So India versus New Zealand in Vizag, 7 p.m. That is what is going to happen at this point in time. Now, as far as other cricketing news is concerned, in the WPL, Sophie Devine once again put on a brilliant show where she ensured that, yes, in the final over, she denied the Delhi Capitals yet again, and Gujarat Giants have secured an epic win. Remember, now this puts Gujarat Giants in a good position to qualify for the knockout stages. Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals then are in a squeeze at this stage. So, Mumbai Indians, Gujarat Giants, Delhi Capitals, these are the three teams that will be hoping that, yes, they seal that top two spot. Remember, RCB have qualified. Now, who qualifies on top? Because that team will get direct entry into the final. That is the challenge we are looking at this stage. West Indies' poor run when you look at international cricket continues, as they, after having lost the series to Afghanistan 2-1, South Africa have managed to beat them by 9 wickets in the first T20I. So that's why South Africa are also looking at some kind of good form heading into the T20 World Cup. So yes, South Africa are in good form. They have beaten the West Indies by 9 wickets. And West Indies' horror 2026 continues. They've just not won. On the other hand, England sealed a remarkable 45 they have sealed a big win against Sri Lanka. Remember, they have won an ODI series there after nearly 2 decades. Harry Brook, what a knock he played. Despite all the criticism that he said that, yes, this is a very poor pitch. This is not fit for ODI cricket. Yet at the Premadasa, he scored a brilliant century along with Joe Root. So a 50-plus run win for England gives them plenty of confidence heading into the T20 World Cup. Remember, now the 3 T20Is are also going to take place. This is now the season for the T20Is, and that's why after the ODIs are done, you'll see 3 T20Is that England will play. On the other hand, Pakistan are also gearing up for their T20 World Cup by playing 3 T20Is against Australia. But if reports are to be believed, in that series, There are apparently no TV right bidders. Australia apparently are not that interested. Pakistan, on the other hand, they have had to use a very provocative ad to ensure that, okay, we will sell this series by taking India's name at this point. It's typical Pakistan at this point, but we don't know how true those reports are at this stage. But already we come to know of the existence of the series primarily because of that provocative ad that was done. So that's why Pakistan, that's going to take place at this point in time. As far as other sporting events are concerned, third loss in 4 games for Gukesh. I mean, something has seriously gone wrong with the world champion in Vaikanze, and that's why after a solid start, he's now dropped back yet again, and that's why Pragnananda scored a good win, his first win at this point in time, but it's not going to happen at this point. So the Indian contingent struggles in Vaikanze is real in the Tata Steel. It's not looking good for them. On the other hand, in the Pro Wrestling League, we are now reaching the knockout stages. 31st and 1st are the finals and the semi-finals. Let's see how that goes on. Now, I will take some comments that are there. Mr. Mohit Shukla, Om Shanti Home, Ajit Pawar. Yes, that is the biggest news that is there today. Ajit Pawar, who was the Deputy CM of Maharashtra, he's dead in a plane crash in Baramati that took place. Many records have been broken. Yesterday, Colombo, Harry Brook hits the highest number of sixes in an ODI innings in Colombo. Highest second innings ODI total 304. The previous highest was 304. Yeah. But yes, unfortunately, Pawan Ratnayake's maiden 100 could not save them. That's the thing. Everyone, Jodh Dairy Farms, everyone talks about Sanju 3 failure and talk, remove him playing 11. No one talks about Sky 3 series failures because he's captain. Everyone talks Gill 3 matches failure. No one talks Sky 3 series failure. But then Sky is your captain, my friend. How are you going to drop your captain? And despite all of that, let me tell you one thing. Despite Gill's poor form, despite Sanju's poor form, you've still been winning. That is the thing. You've still been winning. So all that is swept under the carpet. All that poor form and everything is really a big thing that's going to happen. Freaking awesome. West Indies have not lost a T20 so far in South Africa. Maybe they will lose the series for the first time. Yeah. The West Indies are also doing their best to undo whatever good they had done in the past. Ashish Ranjan, why not go with Ishan as opener in World Cup as he's in form? No, I don't think so. The Samsonites will really be angry at it because at the end of the day, long rope, short rope, what do you define for Sanju Samson? Sanju Samson has anyway been a victim of unfair play for a very long time, and that's what they hold on to, but not happening. Freaking awesome. Joe Root becomes the first non-Indian batter who gets into top 10 scorers in Sri Lanka and Colombo and ODIs. Great. That's the thing. Do you think politics in cricket has really destroyed the competitiveness in world cricket now? Ashish Ranjan Singh. See, there is politics. But you tell me which nation, when it was in charge of any kind of thing, has resorted to being fair? No nation. If any nation gets charge of any particular thing, they will impose their will. It is as simple as that. Politics in cricket at this point in time, the game has been weaponized. But look at the circumstances by which it was weaponized. You have two hostile neighbors who are hell-bent on ensuring we don't want good relations with you. So what do? Well, when cricket is your ultimate weapon, weaponize it. So that is the logic that is that many people are stating at this point in time. Although I don't want to cover the politics and the drama that is associated off the field. But once you have Pakistan, you have to do that. For once, why don't we call out the enemy as it is? That's the thing, Ashish Ranjan. Call out the enemy. Why call out people from inside? That's the thing. Should Shreyas be tried looking at Tilak's entry direct in World Cup match? I think he might be. I think Shreyas Iyer could get a look in today. But why will you change the side that has already won 3? Maybe Hardik might get a rest. So in that sense, we are looking at it at this point in time. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this morning wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Don't forget to tap that bell icon so I know when we go live. Bye-bye.